6. This is the 6th time I've recorded this video. 6, bro. All right, bro. Let's do this one more time. My name is Miles Morales, and I've been bitten by a wrong show, Myron. Wrong movie, bro. All right, bro. What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And, guys, I apologize for yesterday's video. I did not realize that the mic was not connected. I thought that it was, and because I did an update on OBS, I thought everything was still linked. It was not. And now I have been trying to record this video, and I keep running into technical issues multiple times, more than I've ever done and more than I've ever had before, to the point where it's really frustrating me. And this is the 6th time I've recorded this video. So this is essentially going to be yesterday's recap today, and we're going to get into today's docket. And first thing I do want to talk about is Coach Canales and the culture that they're building here in Carolina. So for those of you who don't know, they're essentially trying to develop and build a foundation and develop their players and develop the players that they have around them. And here's a quote he had from the article that was on Panthers.com. He says, "We talk about being developmentally minded, and my hope is that they leave this place better than when they got here." And, you know, there was just a lot of appreciation for each other. It's the nature of this thing, that if we coach our guys well and we accumulate the right talent, we should see growth, we should see strides from our players, you know? And that's the charge of our coaching staff, to pour into these guys so that we get to a point where we can make moves that make sense for everybody. That we can make moves and the next guy can come in and perform for us, and it's a tribute to the culture and to the atmosphere, man. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I really do. Because you don't want a year where all you do is just sign a bunch of free agents on a one-year deal, bring them in, try to win the championship for that 1 year, and then you don't have long-term sustained success. When I think about that, I think of the 2019 Toronto Raptors, who, yes, they went on to win a championship, but since then have not been close to competing, as opposed to the Golden State Warriors, who built around their franchise. They took their players, built around their core, and won championships for over the course of a decade. You want that long sustained success, long-term sustained success, man. As much as we hate them, you want the success of a Belichick and a Brady from over 20 years. You want the sustained success of the Steelers of the 70s. You want the sustained success of the Cowboys and the 49ers of the 80s and 90s. That's exactly what you want out of a franchise. You want to be able to compete year in and year out. Shoot, you want the sustained success of the Kansas City Chiefs right now, who are always in Super Bowl contention. That's what you desire, and that's what you want for a franchise. And when I also think about this quote, I think about the Adam Thielen trade just now in our receiver room. This is what they're talking about. Adam Thielen was a great safety net and a blanket for Bryce Young. But now that he's gone, Coach Canales and the front office are saying, hey, this young core, we believe in you. We will help develop you into the potential stars that y'all can be. And we will put that trust in you and give you the keys and let you rock. We're going to let you do your thing. We want to help you develop into this greatness. And because of that, that's going to be long-term sustained success, long-term chemistry, and it just bodes better. And also, it's on the defensive end when you think about the releasing of Jadeveon Clowney and the drafting of Scourton and Numamielen. They are banking on Scourton and Numamielen being part of these foundational pieces, being part of the franchise and being a key asset going forward. They're already second on the depth chart. So it ain't going to be long before they're just like, hey, yo, the keys are yours. Rock out. Do your thing. And I like that mindset. I personally agree with that mindset. And I think that's the mindset Carolina should have with these guys going forward because it just makes sense. And the numbers are going to back it up. The numbers are going to back it up, man. And speaking of numbers backing it up, numbers can also reveal a lot about some people, if you didn't know. And I saw an article on the Charlotte Observer that really talked about some of the stories behind the numbers that players on the Carolina Panthers will be wearing this season. And I'm a fan of stuff like this, so I thought y'all might like it too. So, for example, T-Mac wearing number 4. The reason why T-Mac wears number 4 is due to the fact that he couldn't get 11 after high school.
Nani?
Yep. T-Mac wore 11 up through 8th grade, but then when he got to high school, 11 was unavailable, so he switched to 4 and has never looked back. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Trayvon Moehrig, the reason why he wears number 7, 1, due to the fact that it is half of his mother's number, which is 14. 2, he was a huge fan of Tyrann Mathieu at LSU. And I think that makes sense. Like, everybody loved the Honey Badger. If you know, you know. And what's crazy is if you look at his first year in Vegas, he didn't wear 7. He actually wore 25 because 7 was taken. But if you know, 2 plus 5 equals 7. So once he got here and Jadeveon Clowney was released, he was able to take his number back. Then you have number 10 by Ryan Fitzgerald, who I thought he was going to keep 88 because that was the number I saw at FSU, and it turns out that number was actually his father's high school number, hence why he wore it. But he's actually switching to 10 to honor his grandfather, and that was his grandfather's high school number. Then there's number 13, Hunter Renfrow. Hunter's story is kind of interesting because if you know, he was a star at Clemson. That's where a lot of people first remember him. But his first year at Clemson, he was a walk-on, and he was wearing number 35. But as he got better, he drew a lot of comparison to Clemson slot receivers, to 2 Clemson slot receivers who were great, and both of those receivers wore the number 13. So Hunter came back to Clemson one season, and they just gave him 13. He did not ask for it, did not say, I want it. They just gave it to him. Nani? So here you go. He took it, rocked out. And you know what? Hey, I can't see him in another number. So I think that's kind of cool. Lathan Ransom's is kind of funny because, yes, it is an ode to his father whose favorite number is 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. But also the reason why Lathan Ransom is wearing 22 is due to the fact that he just really liked the name Deuce Deuce. He really just liked the nickname Deuce Deuce. But also the other reason is due to the fact that his number was 8 in college. And you can't take 8 because J.C. Horn is here. You know what I mean? So he just said, all right, I'm going to do this. Now, Trayvon Wallace and Christian Roseboom have an interesting story in the fact that theirs is kind of like a divine number swap. So Trayvon Wallace, as a child, he said he remembers his father praying over him one night, and the number that his father said in the prayer that was going to bring him success was 32. Now, Wallace has been trying to wear 32 since before high school, but he hasn't had the opportunity. And when he got to the NFL, he thought he was going to have a chance, but was relegated to 56. Now, on the flip side, Christian Roseboom, when he was brought into the league, he was given the number 56. Now, if you know where he was with the Rams. The first year he was in the league, the Rams won the Super Bowl. What Super Bowl was that? 56. And his family bought a bunch of the 56 stuff. So Christian Roseboom was like, oh, yeah, this is my number. This is what I'm doing. So this offseason, Christian Roseboom signs with the Panthers. The original holder of 32 with the Panthers is released. So Trayvon Wallace agrees. I'm going to take 32. Christian, you can have 56. And now they both got their divine number, so to speak. And I think that's a really cool story and a really cool, turn of events for them. 57 by Bam Martin Scott. That is actually an ode to his late grandmother because that was the year she was born. So he says that is a sign from her to wear 57. I like that. I think that's a real cool story. Then you have Taylor Moton, who rocks number 72 because that was his great-grandfather's number, who played at Winston-Salem State. And so he's like, that's a bit of a family number, and that's our thing. And then lastly, the star of our defensive line, Derek Brown, and his number 95. Derek Brown actually wore number 90 all the way through high school, and then when he got to college, he wore number 95. He wore 5, actually. So when he got to the NFL, at the time, the NFL had not changed the rule to allow defensive players to wear single digits, and he couldn't wear 90. He couldn't wear 90 because it was retired by Julius Peppers. So he took his and Julius Peppers 90, and then he took his college number at 5, combined them, and there you have 95. Nani? So those are some real cool things, bro, and I think numbers can tell a lot about a person and can tell a story because you learn something new about people. For example, my favorite number is 24. Why? Because of Jeff Gordon. Nani? Yeah. Yeah. My favorite number is because of Jeff Gordon. I'm a huge NASCAR fan. I've been a NASCAR fan since I was 4. Jeff Gordon was the first driver I ever saw win a race. I saw him dominate, and I enjoyed every bit of it. And to this day, I'm still a Jeff Gordon fan. Bro, I have a Jeff Gordon mouse pad. I've had this mouse pad since 2004. I've had this mouse pad since 2004. It is 2025, about to be 2026, and it's still in great shape, honestly. But yeah, that is the reason why I wear 24. It's not because of Kobe. It's not because of Ken Griffey Jr. It's not because of Marshawn Lynch or Champ Bailey or anything like that. Not even because of Ricky Henderson. It is because of Jeff Gordon. And you learn that I'm a huge NASCAR fan through that. So when you think about it, ask somebody what their favorite number is. And just take a listen to their stories. Because everybody has a cool story as to why their favorite number is the way it is. And it's always worth a listen just to let people tell their story and share something. I think it's really cool. You may not think so. I think it's cool. Next, y'all asked for this, so I'm going to give it to you. It is time for the Panther Pride Fantasy Football Power Rankings because y'all wanted to see it and y'all wanted to know. So here we go. So at number 1, you have Horn Hub, formerly known as Run A-Chain on her. You are very close to having probably me demonetized. Number 2 is Down Since 95. Number 3 is Go Getters. At number 4 is Skinny with 2 Tats. At number 5 is Renfro Re-Up, which is Clay's former team. At number 6 is The Bryce is Right, which is Mason's old team. Number 7 is S2. Number 8 is Leave Our Mark. Number 9 is Rashad Grizzly the Bowler. Number 10 is T-Mac Tutties. And number 11 is Better Call Hall. And at number 12 is me, the Legate of Zelda. I know.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I know what y'all think. Y'all think I'm trash, bro. But that is the power rankings based off the ESPN app. And again, season begins tonight, so we're going to see how it goes. But I'm cool with being 12 because that means if I finish at the bottom, I'm at expectations. But if I win, I exceed everything. So I'm okay with that. Horn Hub, hey, bro. You gotta hold serve. You better hope that you could finish the way you started. That's all I know. And we gonna get into the Panther freeze frame of the day, guys, which is this lovely photo right here, which I like because one, it looks like a 90s, early 2000s Busta Rhymes video, but it also looks like Earth, and you just see Panthers on Earth and whatnot. And because the Panthers are the center of our universe in terms of they are our favorite NFL team, I like this photo. I really do. I think it's kind of cool. Plus, the fisheye effect is always fun. Now, lastly, it is time, y'all. Time for Panther Nation to speak your truth. So we go get in and get out of here. And first thing comes from Dr_Mike2 says, Myron, I originally had us at 10-7, but after Thielen and Coker, I'm thinking more like 8-9. What are your thoughts? Honestly, I would say I think we're 9-8 team now. Losing Thielen hurt, and then Coker getting hurt, also, pun intended, hurt. But re-signing Renfro kind of helps mitigate that. And I think he's only going to get better once he knocks the rust off even more and Coker comes back. We're going to be fine as long as that injury doesn't linger. If that injury lingers, I think we're a 9-8 team with Renfro. If he's not injured, I think we could still be a 10-7 team. Had we not re-signed Renfro, I would agree we're probably an 8-9 team at best. But I still think we can get to 10-7, and we're still in that window of 8 to 10 wins. So that's where I'm at. Number 2 comes from William Parrish-H4J. Says, I'd have Trimble bulk up and cut his number in half and turn him into a fullback. I would not. I honestly would not do that because, one, fullbacks are not utilized nearly enough to justify that. And Trimble is great in both the blocking game and the passing game and the run game. So, to me, it doesn't make sense. Plus, if you bulk him up, he's slower and he can't break away from people who are covering him. Whereas because he slimmed down and gotten a little faster, just like Sanders, he can still get away from people. So I don't agree with that. Number 3, TJB Ventures 74 says, Bluey is life. Hey, ask Hunter Renfro's daughter. Bluey is life. Ask my godson. Bluey is life. Ask some of my little cousins. Bluey is life for these kids, man. Bluey is life for these kids. So, hey, I can't even knock them. Number 4, this comes from yesterday's video. It's actually from The Game's Over 93 Teen says, damn, bro did a whole show talking to himself. Now, that's dedication. Subbed. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I did not know. And again, this is the 6th time I recorded this video. So I apologize, man. I apologize. 13 comes from Brendan Reeve Johnson 7093 says, can't wait to see you laugh at yourself for this tomorrow. But hey, we keep pounding. Absolutely, bro. That's all I can do is laugh at the situation and just take it in stride, man. What I'm going to do? Get angry? Like, that's all I can do. And the last one comes from Panther Dog. My man says, did you buy the channel from Joshua? What's the backstory? So, I did not buy the channel from Joshua. I'll let you know the backstory. The backstory is this channel is run by a company called Fan Arch, right? And Fan Arch, they have multiple sports channels. They have Cleveland Browns, us, Baltimore, the Giants, the Jets, so on and so forth. They have multiple NFL channels, even have, I think, a Knicks, Boston Celtics channel, an Atlanta Hawks channel, and a New York Rangers channel, and so forth. Josh ran this channel at the top of the year and the end of last year, heading into this year. He was running the channel and building it up. But life, and he had to take care of his family. He just couldn't. The workload just didn't make sense for him. So he had to take care of his family. Nothing wrong with that. And that comes first and foremost for any person. I'm not even mad at him for it. So afterwards, I saw the job opening. There was a job opening for this channel on LinkedIn. I applied for it, interviewed, and I got hired to take over the role and fulfill where Josh left off. I just picked it up right where he left off, and that's the story. Now, I also say Fan Arch, like with Josh and with me, they have final say over a lot of this stuff. We just send the video on OBS. They do the descriptions, the titles, the thumbnails, and everything else. Now, I send them a suggestion when I text them and let them know the video is uploaded. Be like, hey, this is here. But they have final say on what it looks like and what's in the description. Hence why I know somebody in the previous video said, why don't I just put the link to my personal channel there? That's why it's not there. And so on and so forth. But that's that. And another thing I want y'all to know is actually Josh and I recorded a video together last night, and it will be going up today on my channel as well. I don't know when it's going up on his channel, but we recorded a video together last night as a preseason expectation video for the Carolina Panthers. I think y'all will enjoy that, man, and it will be up on my personal channel. So go ahead, if y'all have it, follow me at Tornado McRae. Here you go. There you go. Y'all can finally see it in person. That's where it's at. It'll be going up tonight as long as my editing software works, because it's been finicky on the Fritz too. But that's what the video will be, and I hope y'all look forward to that. But guys, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below and let me know, what are your thoughts about being a team that wants to develop its players and build from the ground up? 2, what were some of your favorite number stories? Or what's your favorite number and what's the story behind why it's your favorite number? And 3, y'all seen the Power Rankings. What do y'all think the Power Rankings are going to end? I want y'all preseason prediction now. Do you think they got them right, wrong, or anything else in between? And 4, again, be sure to go follow Josh on his channel, Joshua Proximity, and also follow me at Tornado McRae so y'all can see the video going up tonight. Because at the end of the day, but with all that being said, guys, at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panther Nation. Take care. Later days, as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.